Hello, my name is Bob Nolting. I'm Superintendent of District 230. I'm here at Victor J. Ander High School with a rock star CTE teacher, Mr. Jeff Cassidy. Thank you, sir, for joining us. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Jeff, you've been with us for 3 years,
Yep.
But you've really done a lot of work in kind of that woodworking CTE space. So what drew you to that field, working with kids in that kind of capacity?
I've been in education for a while, and I think my mentor back when I was in high school, he was a woodshop teacher, and I didn't go that route to start, but I ended up coming back to that route because I was a carpenter by trade, and I went to be a school counselor, and then I led myself back to Andrew to be a high school woodshop teacher, and I love blending both of those worlds together. It's counseling, woodshop, and then just making sure that everybody has a place to be.
That uniqueness is something that I think people pick up on, right? It's not just about the technical skills, right?
Yeah.
So what do you bring into the classroom outside of the technical skills that you think is important for the kids that you're working with?
I try and ensure and make sure that my kids have a spot where they can call home. And I try to start my year off with my students and make sure that they understand that they're my family. And you come into my room, my shop, you're going to be treated that way. And I want to make sure that you have any opportunity within this school or outside of the school to make sure you can be who you want to be. And if I can lend a hand in that with the woodshop, great. If I can lend a hand with, help outside of school with counseling or any kind of like secondary, post-secondary stuff, I'll try that way as well. Just to make sure that they know that they have someone to go to.
One of the unique things that you brought in to the Woods program is kind of an interaction, if you will, with our Ultimate programs, which are kind of our multi-needs students with disabilities.
Definitely.
What inspired that, and just give us a gist of what you're doing and how's it impacting both kids?
When I first started off the first year, I noticed that there was a missing population in my wood shop, right? I saw the kiddos in the school, and I saw that maybe some didn't have the opportunity to jump into my shop and be able to experience what I was just explaining to you, what I want for them to experience, that one-to-one, that go-to spot to be in. And I said, how can I make that happen? So I tried to talk to some people around the school. Can I have everybody involved come into my classroom, Woods students, Ultima students, and have like a partnership and a mentorship happen? And it hit the ground running. And from year 1 to now year 3, we're building those relationships with students that my wood students don't necessarily get a hand in all the time. They get to have the leadership and the mentorship to teach the skills that I'm teaching them off to someone else. So that gives me a good, I'm doing my job okay. It lets the Ultimate students experience hands-on activities where they may not have it. And since year 1 to year 3, the development with some of the kids from Ultimates coming into my room, I've seen them all 3 years, and it's exponential. And the growth with their hand-eye coordination, the skills that they're building in there, and also the relationship they're building with my kids, the wood students, is growing as well. Where if they see them in the hallway, it's a connection. If they see them in the classroom, it's a connection. If they see the aides that they're working with them, it's a connection. That's what we're looking for. That's at least what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Some kind of connection.
Awesome. That's very cool. And you've definitely seen that kind of playing out, like you said, in the hallways and in other spaces of the building. Any one of us, it could be an easy thing to do to just take our jobs and we show up at 8 and we leave at 4 and we just do the basics.
Sure.
You don't do that, right? Clearly. Where do you think that comes from? What has inspired that in you?
I think that's a lifelong quest
Okay.
for me to determine what makes me a man, what makes me an educator, what makes me a father, I always want to be a better person. I think that maybe that's where I strive to be the best. And it's if I feel like if I don't do that, I'm doing a disservice to our kids. I asked my kiddos yesterday in class, I said that there's a chair by my desk. How often do you see me sitting? And they're like, never. I don't need that chair in my room. I'm moving, I'm grooving, I'm working with the kids, and that's what I want. I want to have them see me as like a role model. There's a work ethic in people and a work effort that's out there that I need to emulate so that they can say, wow, I want to strive to be something like that.
So Andrew is been your home for the last couple of years. The rumor on the street is that you really like being here.
I love it.
What about Andrew appeals to you in that way?
I have connections with teachers in here. I have connections with students that just make me feel whole. It's a family atmosphere, like I said to you before, like creating in my workshop, that I notice here, that everybody is welcoming. They treat you as family. They want you to be successful, and they just are all armed. How can I help? And that's what I want. That's why I want to plant my roots down deep, tree roots, you know, plant them down deep and just grow.
You've done a huge amount of work in a very short amount of time and really had a deep impact here. So thank you for spending a few minutes with us, and it's great to see you again as always.
Sir.
Hello, my name is Bob Nolting. I am Superintendent of District 230 here at Victor J. Andrew High School, talking to a rock star senior who has two different passions that we're going to talk about, Sarah Kelley. So TV Club is something that you do here.
During my presidency, I've been president for 2 years. We have definitely changed the way we operate things in the club. At first, it was a lot of live streams and news segments, but we kind of shifted to short films where all the members of Film Club have a little more creative freedom to create something that they are really passionate about. This year, we submitted Took, written by Amos Padiran, and I was actually in it as well. It was fun. It was a very fun experience. We only had 2 weeks to do it. So it was a little stressful, but we got top 18 in the state.
Oh, nice. So what is it about TV and TV production, and what do you think kind of inspired that passion for you?
I think I loved writing as a kid, but I feel like I could read all I want, but I wanted to see it come to life. And I feel like through film you can create a story that can be interpreted in so many different ways, and I think that's very beautiful. It's also very inspiring too. I feel like film is a forever revolutionizing industry that will continue to change as the years go on.
Awesome, very cool. So I'm guessing you're going to connect it to the second thing I'm going to ask you about, which is the Wevolve. Mm-hmm. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Which is kind of a wellness-oriented student club, right?
Yeah. Personally, I was dealing with a lot of anxiety, especially my freshman and sophomore year, and I really wanted somewhere to go to relieve my stress and learn about time management. So we created Wevolve, and all we do is second hour enrichments, and students will lead the enrichment. We'll talk about time management, how to study, how to cope with anxiety, depression, and other stressors at home. I feel like it's nice when it's a student guiding the other students. I feel like it's a little more personal that way. It's a little more relatable too.
Mm-hmm. Anything in TV production or anything in the kind of the mental wellness space, is that something that you see carrying on over into your future in terms of career or just interests?
You know, I do actually tie the two together. In a perfect world, I would be teaching film.
Okay.
I feel like those two go hand in hand. However, I'm currently just thinking about teaching and maybe film later on down the line.
Awesome, very cool. So you're about at the end of your journey here at Andrew High School. It's been a 4 year span for you. Mm-hmm. What has Andrew meant to you, and what do you hope for the future?
I definitely want to see Wevolve grow.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Anything you want to say to the future T-Bolts coming in about your experience and how you think they could make it a good experience for them as well?
I would say join a club.
Okay.
I feel like that is the easiest, most organic way to make friends, lasting friends, and honestly just explore different things that you didn't know that you would like.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for doing this. I really appreciate you putting yourself on camera, and congratulations on all the work that you've done here at Andrew, and good luck on your future.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.